Felipe Santos and Terrence Williams missing mystery. 4. Two men last seen with the same Florida deputy on separate occasions. In both cases, the deputy says he dropped them off at a Circle K. What happened to Felipe Santos and Terrence Williams? If you have any information in these two cases or any other missing persons case, no matter how insignificant it may seem, please contact the authorities. Felipe Santos. Details of disappearance. Santos was last seen in Naples, Florida on October 1, 2003. He was driving to work with two of his brothers when, at 6:30 a.m., his white 1988 Ford hit another vehicle near the Green Tree Shopping Center at Airport Pulling Road and Immokalee Road. No one was hurt in the accident and damage to the cars was minor. A Collier County Sheriff's Deputy, Corporal Stephen Henry Calkins, arrived at the scene and cited Santos for reckless driving and for driving without a license or insurance. He then put Santos in the patrol car and drove away. Later that day, Santos's boss contacted the local jail to bail him out and found out he had never been booked. When questioned, Calkins said he had changed his mind about taking Santos to jail and had instead given him a ride to a Circle K convenience store about a mile away from the site of the accident. He last saw him walking towards the payphones. Santos has never been heard from again. After his disappearance, his brother filed a complaint against Calkins with the sheriff's office, but Calkins was quickly cleared of any wrongdoing. Calkins was also the last person to see Terrence Williams, who disappeared in January 2004, a month after Calkins was exonerated in the Santos case. Calkins says he dropped Williams off at a Circle K convenience store in Naples. Williams remains missing. His parents filed another complaint against Calkins after their son's disappearance and the deputy was subsequently fired by the police department. An internal investigation found that he had lied about the Williams case and violated agency policy. Calkins, a 17-year veteran of the police department, had a clean record prior to this incident. He appealed the ruling, but it was upheld and his dismissal stood. He has not been charged in the disappearances of Williams or Santos and maintains his innocence. Santos is a Mexican national and was in the United States illegally at the time of his disappearance. He had been living there for 3 years and was employed as a concrete/masonry worker at the time he vanished, sending money back to his family in Mexico. His wife and young daughter live in Oaxaca, Mexico, as does his father. In November 2003, a warrant was issued for his arrest after he failed to appear in court for a hearing regarding the accident he was in the day he vanished. Investigating Agency. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact Collier County Sheriff's Office. 239-793-9215. 239-793-9300. The last person known to have seen both Williams and Santos alive is former Collier County Sheriff's Corporal Stephen Calkins, a 17-year veteran who was later fired after he gave inconsistent stories about what happened to Williams during an internal probe. People close to both cases have long looked suspiciously at Calkins, who has never been arrested because there is no criminal evidence linking him to either disappearance. This is frustrating for the family, but it's also very frustrating for the sheriff's office because it's an open case, Sheriff's Lieutenant Mike Fox said. We don't like to have open cases. Especially when one of ours is being looked at as doing this, then it gets really frustrating for us. The night before he disappeared, Williams, who would be 33 on January 17, attended a party at a home in Bonita Springs with some of his Pizza Hut co-workers. After leaving the party, Williams was last seen in the area of 111th Avenue North and Vanderbilt Drive by Calkins, who said he gave Williams a ride to a Circle K store at US 41 North and Wiggins Pass Road. 3 witnesses told sheriff's investigators that between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. that morning they saw Calkins wave Williams over near the Naples Memorial Gardens, a North Naples cemetery. Williams was driving a white Cadillac with an expired plate. Although officials said Williams could have been picked up or cited for 6 violations, Calkins has said that, Instead of taking him to jail, he dropped Williams off at the convenience store where Williams regularly bought cigarettes before heading to work. He was never heard from or seen again. He could be alive. He could not be alive. It's really hard to say, Fox said. We don't have any evidence that he's not alive, and we don't have any evidence that he is alive. He's dropped off the face of the earth. Marsha Williams said there is plenty of evidence that he's not alive. The son she used to talk to 2 or 3 times a day hasn't called in 5 years. I know Terrence and they don't, she said. If Terrence was somewhere hiding out, Terrence would get in touch with somebody and say I'm okay. Santos disappeared 3 months before Terrence Williams. Santos, a 23-year-old Mexican laborer, was involved in a minor traffic crash in North Naples, and Calkins was the responding deputy. Calkins said he gave Santos a ride to a North Naples convenience store as well. Marsha Williams is loath to criticize the sheriff's office, the agency she is counting on to find out what happened to her son. Still, she questions the treatment that Calkins has received. But sheriff's officials say there is no evidence to link Calkins to any wrongdoing involving either Terrence Williams or Santos. Fox said that if authorities tried to prosecute him today, the case would go nowhere. In fact, because Calkins was a sheriff's office employee at the time of the disappearances, Fox said they were able to talk to Calkins more than an average citizen, due to a rule, known as the Garrity Rule, that compels officers to participate in internal investigations. If Calkins was the average citizen, if he wasn't a member of the sheriff's office, he wouldn't have been questioned as much as he was questioned, Fox said. Had he been a normal citizen, we couldn't have compelled him to talk to us. Fox said Terrence Williams' case is still open and active. Investigators still check to see if he's been arrested around the country, and 2 social security numbers attached to Williams have been flagged. But there have been no hits, and there is no evidence that either social security number has been used in 5 years. Marsha Williams says all 4 of Terrence Williams' children, especially his youngest, 8-year-old son, look like him. They ask questions about their father from time to time, she said. It's a hard thing having to look at these children and not be able to tell these children that I don't know where your daddy is, she said. When calling Marsha Williams' telephone, callers don't hear a ring, but a recording briefly describing the disappearance followed by a Bible verse. Marsha Williams said she is confident she will know the truth about her son someday. I don't think it, I know it, because I believe in God, she said. I don't believe in man. I believe in God.